Ready or not, Valentine's Day is just 12 days away. Will you be ready? Today on Delmarva Life, we make it a little easier for you with several chances to get your hands on some great holiday goodies, including a pair of diamond earrings.
How many of you would like to get your hands on just a little more sleep each morning? Coming up, our Sean Stryker shows us why it's so critical to get those also important Z's.
It is almost 6 o'clock. And I hit a wall about 20 minutes ago. I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open, so I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit.
Plus, we run down some serious health conditions a lack of sleep contributes to.
This little girl was a victim of a car accident in Sussex County. 4 years later, she's making strides and defying doctors with every move she makes. WBOC Scott Abraham joins us with her remarkable story.
And that's not the only remarkable story we'll share with you today. If it weren't for this little girl, her father would not be here. We'll tell you what life-threatening condition almost took this dad before he could watch his daughter grow up, the signs to look for, and ways to prevent it from happening to you.
Something else, we want to help you prevent a remodeling nightmare. So we enlist the help of Angie Hicks from Angie's List to tell you how to survive a remodel. Plus, you can spruce up a room just by hanging a new picture or two. Coming up, we're going to put the hang-in level to the test to see if this device will put those multiple extra nail holes to rest.
And it's Monday, and what would a Monday be without our list of fugitives? See if you know the people wanted on our most wanted Monday list. Delmarva Life starts right now. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Life from Historic Studio D.
And happy Groundhog Day.
Happy Groundhog Day.
Happy Groundhog Day.
Groundhog
yeah,
Day.
I wasn't so happy, though. It's
No.
Groundhog Day, and Punxsutawney Phil predicted this morning that we will
have
six more weeks of winter. So here's how we feel about it. Take a look.
The groundhog said 6 more weeks of winter, so I ate him. I
Hey.
love that. That's great.
It's the circle of life, okay?
It is.
Right?
It is. So there. That's the way it is. The other big talk of the day, of course, is the Super Bowl. Everybody thought the Seahawks had it in the bag after an absolutely incredible
Yeah,
catch.
take a look at this.
Watch how in the world he did this. I've watched the replay I don't know how many times, and I still don't know how he did it. However, there was an interception by the Patriots that ended up sealing the win for New England. The final score 28-24. Tom Brady won
And
his
here's
third
that
MP.
interception
Is this it,
right there. Yeah,
Boom.
this is the play that everyone was talking about.
Why is he throwing that
Why
close?
is he throwing when you're on the half-yard line? I was in the other room. I heard my husband yelling.
Right. Yelling?
Yelling. I thought, oh,
Because of
what
the
is
play.
Because of the play. Yeah, he was just, why? So anyway, Tom Brady, by the way, won his third MVP and tied Joe Montana's record. He and Coach Belichick also tied with Coach Chuck Noll and Terry Bradshaw with 4 Super Bowl wins.
So
Yeah.
which of the big game commercials did you like the most?
I think I like the Snickers.
The Snickers
Brady
one?
bunch.
There
I think that was my favorite.
As a matter of fact, Forbes magazine gave the blue ribbon to the Snickers commercial with Danny Trejo and Steve Buscemi.
Marcia, eat a Snickers.
Why?
You get a little hostile when you're hungry. Better? Better.
Marcia.
Jan, this isn't about you.
It never is.
I guess those of us who grew up watching the Brady Bunch
really
really
hit home.
hit home.
That was
Well,
good.
I've heard a lot of positive comments about the halftime show this year. Oh, yeah. Katy Perry headlined the show featuring Lenny Kravitz and Missy Elliott. The show included a mechanical, I guess it's a lion club, a cub.
I don't know, but it's really cool.
Yeah, and the dancing sharks. Did you see those? And of course, this year, no wardrobe malfunctions. Woohoo! It was
a good
nice
thing.
family
But
affair.
the Super Bowl, though, was not the only big game of the day.
Falcor takes the rope away at midfield, heads toward the goal line, but he stumbles on the 20.
Puppy Bowl 11 featured a new level of competition. The pups divided into teams for the first time, with Team Rough in the green, Team Fluff in the yellow. Normally this event is every mutt for himself in the battle to be alpha dog, but now that these terriers are on teams, Pack Mentality rewards those who can play nice with others.
Yay, gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
You know, and you know, speaking of dogs, you have a dog, I have a dog, and sometimes I get home at the end of the day and I'm completely exhausted, but Jagger wants me to play. Well, this is what I need. Take a look at this. This is Jerry Dog, whose human built him a way to play fetch with himself. I love love it. It took this guy 2 years to build this thing, and he even put a computer on it with an infrared sensor to protect anyone that might come into the line of fire. And you can see here that Jerry loves it. But in the long run, the human says he threw the ball more. Jerry's only used the thing 3 times himself. I would love to have one of those on my back porch.
Jagger would like that, wouldn't he?
Jagger would love that. He wouldn't care.
So the human liked it more than Jerry the dog did.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know. Well, if you are looking to buy or sell some kids stuff, the Coastal Kids Consignment event is coming up in March. You can pick up a little bit of cash for what you've got around the house. Maybe you can save a little bit of cash on what you need around the house. At the end of the event, financial and in-kind donations are going to be distributed to Life Crisis of Salisbury, to the Eastern Shore Pregnancy Center of Salisbury, and several other churches and local shelters. So it's a great thing to attend, and everything else goes great.
Now tell me about tomorrow. It's a special day.
Tomorrow is a special day. Let me back up just a second to yesterday.
Okay.
And that will lead me up to tomorrow. American Legion Post number 70 in Easton remembered 4 of the 672 men killed in an attack on the United States transport ship, the USAT Dorchester, in 1943. Here's the deal. After praying above and below decks for the dead and the dying, 4 chaplains passed out life preservers and then gave up their own life preservers to others. Witnesses said as the ship went down, survivors in nearby rafts could see the 4 chaplains, arms linked and braced against the slanting deck. Their voices could be heard offering prayers. Now, through an act of Congress in 1988, we get to tomorrow, February 3rd, which is the day that it actually happened in 1943. February 3rd is now recognized as 4 Chaplains Day.
Okay.
So a very big commemoration to some very brave men.
Absolutely. Well, the Dover Police Department is very happy because they say they reduced shoplifting by nearly 20% in the last 4 months of 2014, which includes the holidays. And they say it was primarily because of their weekly roll call where they publish mugshots of those charged with shoplifting. Corporal Mark Hoffman came up with the idea and says that while some folks have been griping about it, no one has filed any formal complaints. It works.
It works.
Yeah, and something else that's working, Most Wanted Monday. Lieutenant Tim Robinson with the Wicomico County Sheriff's Department is back to let us know who's been captured and who else is on the fugitive list this afternoon.
Up next on Delmarva Life, we have another batch of fugitives as we try to fight crime on Delmarva. See if you recognize anyone for your chance to get some cold hard cash.
And this girl was winning some praise after springing into action when she noticed something terribly wrong with her father. We hear her story and find out why she says she's no hero.
The numbers are eye-opening. 1 in 3 women dies of heart disease and stroke. Later on Delmarva Life, you're going to learn how to arm yourself with the tools you need to live a long and healthy life.
A long and healthy life looks promising for this girl now after beating the odds following a horrific car crash near Milford. Find out what has helped her along on her road to recovery. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.